Hey, today I sent the community manager a question about the AR2 Coyote's armor penetration stats, and we got an answer. We also know that the new Dust Devils Warbond trailer was supposed to feature a new Superstore armor set, and we've got details on which armor is medium, heavy, and light, plus there's even more to cover. If you enjoy the content, please show some love by tapping the like button below. I'd appreciate it. Now, let's go ahead and dive right in. We finally have news about the AR2 Coyote. Ever since the new Warbond trailer dropped for Dust Devils, there's been one particular question surrounding this Warbond. Most of the player base wants to know, what's the armor penetration? Well, I've got an answer to that question in today's video. Now, what I did was I sent a direct message to Arrowhead's community manager, Mitchimus, about the Coyote's armor penetration. Mitchimus replied back and confirmed that it has medium armor penetration. We now know officially that it's going to have medium armor penetration, which I'm sure the vast majority of you are excited about. What's even better is that it's an incendiary medium penetrating weapon. I have a feeling that the Coyote is going to be a fan favorite, especially if we can customize this weapon even further, more than the last two Warbond weapons. If so, I believe we're in for a treat. With that said, I'd like to know what you Helldivers think about it. Are you happy it's medium armor penetration instead of light armor penetration or not? I'd love to hear what you think. If you can, let me know by posting a response below this video. Besides that news, we've got more details to discuss, like the new EAT 700 expendable napalm. Hey, Helldiver asked if it comes with 2 napalm missiles per call, and the community manager Baskinator responded by saying she believes it comes with 2, though she was unsure and mentioned she was trying to recall from testing. On a similar note, there was supposed to be a 3rd armor set with a new cape and banner. I showcased the new banner briefly in a video earlier today, but there were no images of this 3rd armor set. You might be wondering, why? Why wasn't there no preview at the end of the new Warbond trailer? The answer is simple. The Arrowhead team did not have enough time to include the 3rd armor set preview in the trailer. As Baskinator just stated on the official Helldivers 2 Discord, she confirmed there are Superstore items, and she shared her own opinion, basically saying that the armors exist and they look great. Anyway, the next question I'm sure you're thinking is, will they eventually share a preview, or are we going to have to wait until it's released next week on September 4th? Well, according to a recent post, Baskinator confirmed they're working on finding a few beauty shots for everyone, and I'm sure once they do, we'll likely get a ping about the 3rd new armor set on the official Helldivers Discord. So, speaking of new armors, we know there are 3 different sets, but which ones are light, medium, and heavy? Thankfully, we've got an answer. A fellow Helldiver asks about it, inquiring whether the DS-191 Scorpion armor is medium. Baskinator confirmed the DS-191 Scorpion armor is medium. The DS-42 Federation blade is heavy, and the new Superstore item is light. As usual, Warbonds typically include 2 armors that are either light, medium, or heavy, and as confirmed in Baskinator's post, we have the official answer on which type each armor is. So far, we know a lot more now than before, and it seems like a Warbond like this is just packed with fun and excitement. With that said, we've covered quite a bit, and I'd love to hear what you're most excited about from the news we just went over together a few seconds ago. If you have thoughts, feel free to share them in the comments, and I can't wait to see what you all post. Putting that conversation aside, we have great news about the audio issues that have been a problem lately. If you're wondering whether the developers are aware, I've got great news. A fellow Helldiver asked if Arrowhead is planning to release a sound patch, and if they're aware of these sound issues with enemies and changing weapon sounds. Arrowhead's community manager Mitchimus responded back, confirming that they're indeed aware of the situation and the team is currently investigating the bug, However, he also noted there's no ETA or further details at this current moment. I'm not entirely sure if they're addressing both enemy sounds and weapon sounds. If that's the case, this is going to be great news in the future, and we certainly need a sound boost for enemies because those sneaky chargers and impalers are just absolutely nuts. Anyways, the second question brought up is about the crashing issues. Are they going to resolve more crashes than just the MA5C assault rifle crash? This Helldiver also mentioned experiencing other crashes. Well, Mitchimus also replied to this post, confirming that they have a few fixes in the works and recommending that anyone experiencing more crashes or who has details about those crashing bugs submit a support ticket so the team can track them better. By the way, I'll leave a link in the comment section or description so you can head directly to the support site to submit a new ticket, and hopefully we can get these crashes resolved sooner rather than later. So the third question coming up is a suggestion. We know there's a new emote releasing soon with the Dust Devils Warbond on September 4th, and this Helldiver wants to know if we'll be able to raise the flag in the air with the new emote. Mitchimus responded saying he'll pass the suggestion along to the team. However, there's no confirmation if we can. Perhaps in the future they'll make it a possibility if it's not possible at release on September 4th. Continuing on to the next topic. This one is important, especially since it's about the Warbond token. If you're on Xbox, you should have already received your token. However, for those on PC and PlayStation, there's a slight delay. We know this because a support team member named B Vitamin informed another Helldiver that there's no ETA on the payout for Warbond tokens to eligible accounts who purchased the Stilled Veterans Warbond before buying the Super Citizens Edition. Prior to the upgrade on August 26, she reassured Helldivers that they haven't forgotten about those waiting for their Warbond token. They just need to ensure everything is running correctly for the Xbox launch first. Which is interesting, but that's the news. So if you're wondering where your Warbond token is, you're going to have to wait patiently until it's paid out correctly. Speaking of the whole entire Warbond token, I know a lot of you out there that are on Xbox, you're probably wondering why you can't purchase Warbonds with super credits when you have a Warbond token. We know they're currently investigating a fix for this, we've talked about it before, but did you know that you can actually spend that token, then you'll be able to use your super credits on whatever Warbond you want. That actually works, that's a workaround. However, at the same time, you're going to lose that Warbond token. So it's up to you if you want to purchase the Dust Devils Warbond later, which is going to be in, a week from now, or you can purchase a Warbond right now with that Warbond token, and then spend the super credits later on to buy whatever Warbond you want, such as Dust Devils, maybe you want to buy Force of Law, whatever the case is, you can actually do that so you can actually spend your credits. Finally, for today's news, we have 3 dispatch, or technically 4 dispatch messages to cover. First, starting with the automaton invasion. They've reached one of our security cities on Emeria. In the dispatch, High Command informed us that the new Aspiration City is under attack by automaton forces, and we must defend it at all costs. They strongly recommend deploying to Emeria immediately to counter the invasion. That looks pretty dire, but there's some good news too. We've successfully stopped the Illuminate from attacking our second security city, Fort Sanctuary. Thanks to the Helldivers, and especially the new recruits, shout out to the Xbox divers. In the latest High Command dispatch, confirmed we've halted the Illuminate attacks, but we must now focus on the Terminates and automatons. Last but not least, Tyranny Park is absolutely wrecked, toasted, and cooked, completely done for. High Command reported that the construction site for Tyranny Park on Borrock is overrun by an entire Terminate swarm, and the status of Tyranny Park's construction is unknown. Before that message, they noted that Terminates, once contained, have broken loose with outbreaks detected on several nearby planets. I'll say it again, this was to be expected, right? I talked about this in a previous video, and I'll say it again. Yeah, it's to be expected. I don't think it's a good idea to plan another Tyranny Park in the future if there are any plans for it. Okay, usually towards the end, I go over the top 3 comments. Considering I just uploaded a video today, I'll be grabbing those top 3 comments and the top 3 comments from this video and doing the top 6 comments in the next video. So feel free to comment below and you just might be featured. With that, I hope you have enjoyed today's video, all the news, updates, and all that. If you have, consider tapping the like button, subscribing, turn on notifications. I can't speak today, guys. I give up. But you know the deal. If you guys want to subscribe, do it. If you don't, you don't. But thank you so much for stopping by to watch the channel. Whether you're a member, subscriber, or even a lurker, I appreciate your support so much because you stopped by to check out the channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.